Star Wars Legends of the Force, Episode 2, Chapter 23, Repercussions. During their trip to the capital city of Garang, several of our heroes saved the family of Elise Irwana from capture and possibly death at the hands of the mysterious Hutt. They must now decide what to do about the Sam family's safety. Meanwhile, the Force-sensitive members of the party made it through their trial at the ruins of the ancient Jedi Temple. Not only did they emerge with some interesting artifacts, they also learned of a powerful Jedi relic called the Heart of Virtue that may be able to defeat the Shadow. Will this knowledge enable them to defeat Darth Crufay and the Shadow?
Will Alon do anything?
I tried to have a pep talk with him 2 sessions ago, apparently failed miserably. Del's not very persuasive.
Okay, so it is the morning of day 16 since leaving Thela, and everyone is on board the ship.
That is false.
Yeah, you have to sleep at some point.
I can do force trancing inside of the archives.
Okay, fine. Not everybody is on board the ship.
Wait, so you're still over there in the temple?
ruins.
Or the ruins? Oh.
What? No, not at the ruins. I'm at the
He's at the
I'm
new
at the
Jedi
actual
Enclave.
Jedi Enclave, actual archives.
So
Where
you're
you guys, yeah.
outside the ship. Okay.
Yes, I'm inside the Jedi Temple. Enclave, whatever. But, well, I guess technically Pekaz and Kalani know that. Nobody else knows that.
I
So-
got my 6 hours and then went to disassembling the holocron.
Am I correct in that the Force users are the only ones that don't know that R wants us to capture Crufay? We haven't had that discussion yet.
Yeah, that
you
sounds
haven't
right.
had that discussion.
Yep.
Okay.
They also don't know about the family who's living on the ship right now.
Very confused about that when we got back. But too tired to really figure out anything.
Well, Paquez knows, he just
There.
hasn't done much with it. Other than
Well, he went to try and... He thought better of poking John to wake him up. And... he didn't know where anyone else was, so he just gave up and went to bed.
no touchy.
Oh.
I have him centered in the main room because he's hiding, so...
That's a good spot to hide.
Well, for the token, yes. Everybody else has got to find him.
Oh, okay. So, Kalani, where did you go to sleep after seeing the people in the crew quarters?
Some other spot in the crew quarters?
Okay, just checking. So anyways, Kalani, you are awakened by, like, a pulling on your tail. And you look down, you see young girl who looks like about 4 or 5 with blonde hair, being like, "Cat lady, cat lady!"
Sleepy, confused, blink. Hi?
She runs over and tries to, like, jump on top of you and give you a hug. "Yay, you're the Jedi, you're gonna help us! Yay, nice cat lady!" And she tries to pet your head.
Okay.
So do you let her do that?
Yeah,
Okay.
bit confused, bit dazed. But it's a little kid. It's cute.
Yeah, so she tries climbs on you and pets you for like about 30 seconds, and then she like runs over to the corner where the man and the woman are still sleeping, and she like wakes up her mom. She's like, "Mommy, mommy, the cat lady's here."
When all of that started, you heard a sound that sounded like someone who's got a whistle in their mouth and is just started laughing.
Then the woman is like dragged out of bed by the girl who like rushes back to you, Kalani. And she's like, "Yay, cat lady, cat lady!" And the mom like pulls her back and says, "Annalise, that's..." Oh, no, that wasn't a girl's voice. She says, "Annalise, that's very rude." And she says to you, Kalani, "Please forgive me. My daughter is very excited to see you. I'm sorry about that."
That's okay.
And she takes Annalise back over into the corner.
I'll look around for any of the others who might have any idea what's going on.
You see me sat up in my bed with turned around looking at something and doing something.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to make a mechanics roll, Kaz?
Yes. Wow, that was close to a nat 20.
Yeah. Yeah, so after working with the holocron for a while, which it doesn't seem to have like an obvious way of getting it to open, you eventually find that like the corners of the cube can come off, and then you pop off like the faceplate and you just see like a really, really complicated crystalline matrix structure on the inside.
Oh dear, what are you doing?
And Lexa, you were on the bridge, right?
Yep.
During the night. Yeah, so you saw someone, like a young Padawan, come by with like a small crate and leave it by the ship. Like pretty early in the morning.
Okay. Then I'll check everything on the bridge, make sure everything's secure, and then go down and get it.
Okay.
I'll bring it up. I'll bring it into the cargo bay and then open it.
Okay. You see that it has a note on it that says, "These are some of the medical supplies that I used to treat your injury. Hopefully you'll find them useful. I also included a protocol." And it's signed Master Avi. And it has just like different containers and things of different like solutions and powders and things.
Protocol? What does that mean?
Like basically instructions.
Oh, okay. Seeing that, I'll just drag it over to the med bay and put it in a corner somewhere.
Okay, so those are now in the med bay somewhere.
And then I just want to go back to the bridge, and we have internal scanners, don't we?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I just want to make
Also,
it.
when you get to the bridge, you see there's a text message there from the gambler that says, "Where are you guys? I've decoded more of the journal. Come back so I can transmit it to you."
Okay. I want to just scan the ship and make sure that the people on board are the people supposed to be on board, because we've had problems with stealthers in the past.
Okay. So, yeah, I guess you can make a use computer check, because I won't make you make a perception check.
Thank you. And then when I'm done with that, I will transmit back to the gambler that we are on Dantooine, and I will let the others know as soon as I can that you are ready for us to come back.
Can you roll stealth, Aland?
Yeah.
Okay, so Lexa, you notice where Aland is hiding.
Where is he?
Somewhere secret.
Someone text it to me. Cool. But there's no one else that shouldn't be here?
Nope. Yeah, John, there's food in the main room area. There's like the food processor unit that can generate food. Unless you want to go outside to look in the Jedi Temple for food.
No, I'll just eat this here food on the ship.
Padawan came by earlier and delivered some medical supplies. I assume they're for you.
Oh, good. Yeah. Since they figured out how to treat the poison, if we ever come into contact with the shadow again, and it still has the same poison, we should be able to deal with it on our own now. So, what did you guys get up to yesterday?
Oh,
I'm probably gonna wander into the bridge some more time around now, too.
nothing much. We went into the mid capital, we found some trouble, and rescued a family.
What? What's going on?
The family in there is being hunted by the Hutts. Apparently, the mother is spoken out against a Hutt that is causing them problems, and she had either a death mark or intimidation. Something was going to go down, and John and I rescued her, and then the three of us brought the family back home.
Okay. Yeah,
There's
we're
a
gonna.
hut causing trouble on Dantooine.
Yeah, actually, I have been meaning to speak to you, Kalani, about this. Yes, there's a. It seems that a Hut has taken advantage of the fact that your order is not as active in Garing as of late. So this Hut has moved in and he's starting to demand services and people and other things from the citizens. They feel as the Jedi have not been protecting them. I asked Elise if she would be willing to speak to the Jedi on her neighbor's behalf, but I can't get her a meeting into the Jedi Council, and we were hoping we could get her one.
I certainly intend to.
Yeah, can we do that kind of quickly? The sooner we get them off the ship, the sooner we can go to Dantooine, which is where we need to go. We found information that basically the Shadow was a threat a long time ago, and the Jedi had some sort of crystal that could that stopped it, but it was lost on a battle, like on the battlefield on Dantooine a long time ago. So that's where we need to go.
Wait, a crystal?
Yes. I want to talk to you about that also. It might be that since you seem to have a connection to these kinds of ancient crystals, that whatever this is, you might have some sort of information about what it is or be able to find it stored in your memory banks. So I think in transit, you and I should try and sit down and see if we can help you access that.
any skills with mechanics?
Well, we're gonna try a different method for that. I think if you reach out in the force, you might be able to access it yourself.
That actually sounds crazier.
Yeah, well, seeing as we don't have a skilled mechanic on hand, that's kind of what we've got at the moment.
Actually, about that, I was thinking we might be able to. Riz is the one who rebuilt me, brought me back online. Apparently, he and my father seem to be quite close at hand. I might be able to send them a message and see where they are. It might be safer to have him try and find it.
Well, I don't think trying to search for yourself is going to cause any damage. It's not like we're going in looking inside your brain with mechanical tools.
I suppose it couldn't hurt. I just very much doubt it will work.
Yeah, well, I guess we'll have to see, but it might be something that is worth looking into. But also, if Riss is comfortable with that, then we should want to contact him probably as soon as possible.
I'm more concerned by the fact that it was a crystal that stopped the shadow to begin with. Every time I've been around crystals tied to this, I've had this urge to destroy them. I'm hoping that's not a bad thing. But I think it might be better if I stay far away from whatever it is that we find.
Yeah, and I mean, we might be able to find out more information. It might not be a danger, but that might be something we have to do.
Oh, and before I forget, your friend, the gambler, he says he's translated some more and he's hoping we'll return soon. I transmitted a location to him and told him that we would get back to him as soon as we could.
I'm not sure how useful that information is going to be at this point, but we might need it. I don't know.
Bottom line is, we have a lot of things to do. Oh, and one more thing now that I'm so thinking about it. Something kind of odd happened. Mr. R called us back again, and he sort of knows that this was all a ruse. But now he's hired us to capture Darth Kruthe.
What?
That was my reaction as well.
Yeah, that doesn't seem like a good idea.
Oh no, he promised us a great deal of wealth, to which we, of course, said yes, and all immediately assumed was a trap afterwards.
I think that he may just be trying to get us to communicate with him more so we can pin down our location because we've been moving around so rapidly. I don't think we should try to contact him again.
Well, regardless, we definitely have options now.
That's true, which is a lot better than we had a few days ago.
And out of character, I only just noticed that message in Roll20.
I only put it there like 30 seconds ago, so.
Ah, I did not notice when that happened. Did not know how long ago that was. Okay.
It has a timestamp on it, if you can see.
Must not have that
does?
in my settings.
Yeah, you have to turn that setting on though.
Oh. Should turn it on, so you still say.
Ah. Okay, that's helpful.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is cool. I didn't know that was a feature.
I must have done it, well, maybe because I'm the GM for this. That must be automatic because I don't remember activating it. But Anyway, it's Kalani's turn.
Oh, that's my master outside.
Who? I'll go look outside to see what she's talking about.
Yeah, so you see a Mir Lucan woman in Jedi robes standing outside, patiently.
I should go talk to her.
Should we bring whoever's in charge of this family that you rescued? We might be able to trim down conversations to just having one.
If Kalani's alright with that, I'll go get the family.
I don't see why not.
Right, then I go to the barracks.
Okay. Yeah, Elise will come with you.
Okay. I just tell her that we, the Jedi Knight with us, her master is here, and if you'd like to speak with the Jedi, I thought maybe now would be a good time. She'll introduce you.
Oh, that would be excellent. Thank you.
Then I'll follow Elise and Kalani down.
And we'll head out to the ship.
It is like 9 a.m. Okay, I have a picture for Elise, but I forgot to upload it, so it's uploading now, but for some reason it seems to have frozen, so now I can't do anything. It's not funny. So let's just hold on a second.
You broke everything. It's all your fault.
Please hold. Roll20 is restarting.
It happens. Technology can only go so far.
She's a giant.
No, we don't need anything else giant. No more giant things.
But she's beyond our side.
How do you know that? She could be a hut plant.
I mean, she has a little kid.
Means nothing. They're all paid. Or brainwashed. They could all be brainwashed. You don't know. I mean,
He
Emma,
is right.
Emma did try and kill Alon, and she seemed normal.
She did have a little kid. That's a lot of legitimacy there.
Yeah, but you could brainwash the little kids just the same as Emma's brainwashed.
You
Or
are
whatever.
That is so heartless.
They'll trust no one. Not really. I don't trust anyone.
Okay, so just Kalani, Alexa, and Elise are going outside.
Yeah, Dell's gonna go find Dirk, actually.
Okay, Dirk is chilling out with his data pad.
Someone needs to remember he's around.
I mean, I figure since we're going back to Ventuine, it might be important to talk to him.
Does Riss come with you, Alexa?
Sure, why not? But I have him be stealthed,
Okay.
just because someone else. I'm not worried about them, but if we get attacked for whatever reason, at least something stealthed.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did y'all let everybody know that y'all were heading out or no?
I mean, Dell knows.
Okay.
Yeah, I was on the bridge when they left.
Well, nobody cares what Dell thinks, so.
Yep, pretty much.
I mean, we didn't sneak out.
Yeah.
I mean, they're also right in front of the ship, so.
Okay, so when you guys walk outside, Kalani, your master, greets you. Kalani, it's so good to see you.
Master, it's so good to see you too.
And Kalani, you can tell us if would you guys give each other a hug when you saw each other?
Yes.
Okay, so she comes over and gives you a hug. Did you think that you would stop by on Dantooine and not let me know that you were here?
It's been chaotic. I haven't really had a chance to stop and think. I didn't even know you were here.
Yes, I've recently returned from a mission that the Jedi had me on. But now that you're here, since the council wanted you to come to Dantooine to have your knighthood ceremony, do you want to have that right now?
Out of character, I have no idea what that actually involves as far as time and everything.
Yeah, it would just be like a basic, probably like an hour-long ceremony. Because you don't actually have to do any of the trials or anything. It's just like a formal ceremony to formally recognize you as a Jedi Knight.
It's like graduating college, and then you do that whole ceremony at the end.
And then you wish you were dead.
Yeah.
By
Except
the
there's
end of
only
it.
one person to walk across the
That is
stage,
true. That
so-
does cut down on time quite a bit.
But they still takes an hour for one person.
Hey, it's better than 3 hours.
Yeah.
In a roasting hot gym with no air conditioning.
Yep.
Perhaps after some other business is sorted out.
Are you still going around with Delphine?
Yes.
What have you all learned so far?
Well, the creature is an ancient Sith. How was it explained? Help me, guys.
Ancient Sith thing?
Lexa just knows that as a shadow that keeps attacking us.
Sorry, Delta. This is what happens when I try and
Tell
be
her
nice to the
about the
NPCs.
crystal that
Yeah,
was used to
basically-
destroy it by the Jedi.
Yeah, basically, I'll just sum up that stuff.
Okay. Well, that does sound like quite a pressing matter. Maybe it would be best to postpone your knighthood ceremony, but if you aren't leaving for another hour, we could have it done quickly if you wished to.
At this point, I want to kind of cough. To get Colin's
Yes.
attention.
And who is this?
Yes, that is the other matter. This woman and her family, apparently there is a hut causing trouble here on Dantooine.
A hut? I was not
Yes.
aware of this.
Yes, the idea is quite disturbing.
And Elise says, "Pardon me, Master Jedi, but it seems like the Jedi are very unaware of this situation. Perhaps if they got involved more, they would be able to help us out." And then your master says, "Well, let's start from the beginning and you can just tell me all about it and we can see what we can do." Okay, because I don't really want to act out talking to myself a lot. We're just going to say that Elise explains what you guys already know about the hut.
I don't though.
Oh, you don't? Oh, that's right. Okay, fine.
Just do a summary of their discussion.
Yes.
Okay, so Elise tells your master that for the past several months there's been like mysterious happenings, people disappearing across the city, and people are being threatened. The farmers are being threatened by what whispers and rumors say is a hut who's extorting people for protection money. And she was trying to organize some of the other farmers that she knows to try to stand up to the gang, like members that come after them and demand extortion money for protection and to not pay it. And then some gang people came to her house to attack her and her family, but it was actually Lexa and John, and they saved her. And then she asks if there's anything the Jedi can do to take action against the hut. And then your master says, "Well, that sounds like quite a serious problem. I hate to ask this, but do you have any proof?" "Well, proof you mean other than the fact that my family and I were almost murdered. If it weren't for the actions of this heroic woman here and her friend, I'm afraid that I don't have proof, but if the Jedi were to conduct an investigation, I am sure that they would find something."
I can confirm we were hired by a gang. Obviously, no, I do not know for certain it was the Hutts, but we were hired by a gang to harm these individuals, to kidnap them.
Well, I suppose even if it wasn't the Hutts, just the existence of such a gang is troublesome. But unfortunately, many members of our order are busy fighting Revan and Malak and their followers. I'm not sure what can be done about this, but I will inform the rest of the council. Or the council, not the rest, because she's not on the council. I will inform the council.
In the meantime, Master Jedi, is there a place you could keep this family safe? I have promised protection, but unfortunately, as you already know, our task is quite dangerous and they cannot live on our ship indefinitely.
Well, of course they are welcome to stay here within the Enclave. We have... She pauses. An unfortunately large amount of space recently. So there's plenty of room for them.
Are they going to be
Sad
safe?
kitty.
Yes, they will be quite safe, unless the Sith decide to attack us here.
Nice.
And then Elise says, "Well, I'm not just going to sit around and hide in the Jedi Temple. I still have work to do in uniting the other people and warning them about the Hutt threat. So don't think that I'm just going to sit in here and do nothing while the Jedi also do nothing. We need to do something. But if something is going to be done, perhaps it would be best to get our family on the inside where I can apply some more insistence to the Jedi that they actually do something about this problem."
Maybe a certain knight's ceremony where she would have access to a large amount of Jedi? Looking at Kalani.
That is an interesting idea.
I mean, as I understand it, it's just a ceremony where you'll be the sole focus. Couldn't you shift that focus?
Out of character. Ah! What are you doing to me?
It's a good idea!
Your master says, "Well, Master Vandar and Master Boshar are the only ones currently in the Enclave on such short notice, but they will definitely be the ones to oversee the ceremony."
I'm sorry that this has gone unnoticed so long. But now that we know, I intend to do everything I can about it, at least. The war's taking its toll.
Yes, it has. So should I go tell the others to prepare for your ceremony?
That that seems like our plan.
Okay.
Out of character. Ah! I don't know how to do this.
Well, if you're in a rush to leave, I'm sure we can have the ceremony begin within the hour. I will go begin the preparations.
When she leaves, I tell Elise, you should probably go get the rest of your family. It can't hurt to have all three of you there to plead your case.
And regardless, at least they will be safe.
Yes.
And before your master leaves, she says, "You have done much good, Kalani, and that is why I recommended you for the rank of knight. And now, even in this your knighthood ceremony, you can do more good by helping out these people. It shows you are truly worthy of being a Jedi Knight."
She kind of ducks her head, and I don't think you can really at least tell that she's blushing with all the fur and stuff, but yeah.
Doing like the ear droop thing.
Okay, so she leaves.
So, a night ceremony. That sounds important.
Yes. Is there anything, any thought on how I should address this and bring this to attention during the ceremony?
I don't know. Is there a point at which you talk in the ceremony?
Out of character? Help! I really don't know what I'm doing. This is not the kind of role-playing I do good with.
Well, it's an opportunity to learn.
Yeah. So we'll say, yeah, you know that like most of the ceremony is them like recognizing you as a knight, and there's like a lot of like formal parts to it. But there's a part like after the council recognizes you that you get to address them. Typically, people just like say thank you and stuff, but you could use the opportunity to say other things if you want.
I don't know anything about Jedi or speeches or ceremonies, but if it were me, I think I would remind your people that their duty first and foremost is as peacekeepers. Regardless of this war, is that not your real focus?
Yes.
Also, are we expected to come to this, or are you supposed to do this alone?
Gareth?
I mean, normally the Jedi Knights who are doing the ceremony don't really have like friends or family who would show up to it, but it is not like a closed ceremony. Like there'll be other Jedi who want to attend can be there. So it's up to you.
Ella distracted me and I'm losing whatever train of thought I had. I don't know what I'm doing anymore. What was the last thing said?
You're supposed to be telling Lexa if she and the others are expected to or can come to this.
Expected? It's not quite the right word, but you can come. It's not. It's not excluded or anything.
Okay, better question. Do you want any of us to come?
In this situation, yeah.
Well, then we better go and tell the others what's going on.
Okay, so you guys go back on board the ship and Elise goes to talk to her family.
Do I get to talk to Dirk now?
Yes, you can talk to Dirk while they were gone.
Yay.
This is what you say to Dirk.
Hey Dirk, how are you doing?
Well, I guess it's a little bit boring on the ship.
Well, I don't think we're gonna be bored for much longer. We found a lead. We're looking for some Jedi artifact that they used to defeat the Shadow the first time, and it's on Ventuine, so looks like we're gonna be heading back there. Yeah, I know you still got trouble with the gangs over there. But so if you want to stay on the ship, that is understandable. If you want to go back to your home and figure it out on your own, that's also fine. If you want to stay with the group, that would probably work too. But just to give you a heads up.
Oh well, thanks for letting me know where we're going before we just appear there. Guess I'm gonna have to give it some thought. The
Yeah,
gang's
well,
probably still after me since it's been only like a week.
yeah, well, if this whole situation is resolved once we find what we're looking for, we might be able to help you out with that. Since it's a little bit our fault, they're kind of after you this much in the first place. I mean, they were after you, but we kind of made it worse.
Well, I guess if we go back, then Ajax will know where to find me and he can help me out some more.
Tell nods. He sees John sitting over there eating food and stuff. He's like, "Hey, John, did you hear that? We're going back to Ventuine."
When?
Well, as soon as everybody gets back from talking to the Jedi about the people you brought back yesterday.
Okay.
Did you have a you only were contacted one way by those people, right? You never were able to reach them and go on the other way?
They never gave me a frequency to call.
That's unfortunate. Be nice to have some force on the ground we could coordinate our efforts with. Who knows, maybe they'll find us once we get there.
Contact said he was watching. Maybe he'll know that we've made this decision. Maybe he'll call us.
That would be nice. I think we might need their help. Anyway, have you seen Alond recently?
Not this morning.
Alrighty. Oh, hey, Alond. Just telling everybody else. Already talked to Lexa about this, but we found a lead in the old Jedi Temple that basically this shadow was a threat a long time ago, and the Jedi used a lightsaber crystal, a special lightsaber crystal that was able to basically destroy it, or at least scatter its presence really far away, which I think means that whatever the Sith were doing in the experiments that we found was trying to like gather it back together. Anyway, the crystal was lost on in a battle on Ventuine, so we're headed back there. Oh, and also Lexus said that the Gambler has decoded more of the journal, so we might stop back there real quick first, in case it's important. But that seems like the plan of action at this point, unless you have a different idea.
Oh, as far as I can tell, it sounds like it'll be the best course of action, at least for now. Hopefully nothing blows up in between now and then.
We can only hope.
I don't like it. How come the best they can come up with is scattering this thing? Why don't we just kill it?
Well, it was unclear if it destroyed it and they recreated it, or if it was scattered and just reformed. But some things are just too powerful to get rid of. Like Dark Force Nexuses, for like what we saw in the asteroid, the Dark Presence kind of stuff there that wasn't the Shadow. Those kinds of things are almost impossible to get rid of. But we do our best, I guess. And it won't be stuck to us anymore. And the Sith won't be able to get to it, as long as we destroy the records and they can't reform it again. But, John, I know you kind of came on board because we said we were going to fight the Sith, and we haven't really done that, but I think that we're going to definitely encounter some Sith on Ventuine. So I guess you left to come fight the Sith, and now we're going back to where you came from in order to actually do that. Yeah.
Okay, then.
Now, Alexa did tell you about Mr. R, right?
Yeah. I don't trust that at all. I think he might just be trying to use the communications to track us.
That's what you think? I think Mr. R is probably Crufet or one of his subordinates.
I mean, that could be the case. I don't know who it is exactly, but that would make sense as to how he knew about the Shadow and that we were on Ventuine and everything else. So that would make sense, although it's a kind of weird runaround plan.
True.
But I still don't think we should try and, even if he calls again, we shouldn't answer. If we answer, he might be able to trace the calls.
Alright, so you're on a radio silence opinion for this one. Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, we'll see what we can do about breaking as many eggs as we can for this omelet, it looks like.
Okay, do you guys have anything more you wanted to say, or should we say this is when Kalani and Alexa get back on board the ship?
I think that about sums it up.
Okay, so Kalani and Alexa and Elise get back onto the ship.
I'm guessing we bump into this little party
Mm-hmm.
as we end.
Where are you guys?
Where's in the main area?
I guess.
Yelling to each other from across opposite sides of the room.
It's not that big. It's like not every kind of conversation has to be right up next to each other. That's boring.
It's still within
Well, let me yell
reasonable.
80 feet over to you.
Yeah, it's still reasonable distance, kind of ish. Particularly in something that might not be completely soundproof or modified for complete quiet.
Oh, Kalani, I don't think you healed yourself at all. Did you go into a force trance or did you just sleep?
I slept. And
Okay.
I
Oh, so you just got your
lied
level.
that last time, I believe.
Oh, can I have all my hit points back?
You
I'm
get
sleeping?
your character level. So you get 10 hit points.
I was only 3 short of full.
Actually, you did a very pro job of patching yourself up.